Hey, the QA lead has confirmed there's no update tomorrow coming. We'll also look at a post from the developers. I'll go over the latest major order because things are looking pretty crazy right now, and there's so much more I'll be covering. If you find this video helpful, please tap the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Kicking things off, let's dive into some rumors about armor customization. Lately, folks have been hitting me up asking if that recent Arrowhead post is a legit hint at color customization for armor. If you missed it, the Helldivers 2 social media team dropped an image of a Helldiver just decked out in colors like yellow and black and all the ones we've seen, recently, with a link pointing to the PlayStation site. Turns out it's all about creating your own cosplay, nothing new, since that site's been up since December last year. You can check the proof on the Internet Archive showing it went live back then. Now, I'm not saying armor customization isn't coming. Arrowhead CEO Pillisted confirmed last year that they're working on it, so it's on the horizon. So if you haven't caught that post yet, I'll showcase it right here. Back in November, I mentioned how Pillisted responded to a comment asking about color customization, saying they're looking into it, and yeah, it's not like customization is off the table, but let's be real, that recent Helldivers 2 social media post, it's just about cosplay. I wouldn't get your hopes sky high for a patch dropping customization anytime soon. Could it happen? For sure, it's possible, but take this post with a huge grain of salt. It's not a hint at color customization, especially since that cosplay site's been up since December. Now, if they were teasing us, they wouldn't have had this site sitting there for about 5 months. They'd probably drop it out of nowhere and told us all to check it out. If that happened, then yeah, I'd totally call it a tease. Nonetheless, leave a response below in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this. Let's pivot to the next piece of news about the upcoming update. Recently, JoJo, the QA lead, jumped into a post on the official Helldivers Discord where someone asked if an update's dropping tomorrow. JoJo shut that down real fast, confirming no patch is coming tomorrow. So it looks like they're holding off for now, but I'm crossing my fingers for next week to bring some sort of patch. It's been a hot minute since the last Helldivers 2 update. About 3 weeks ago was when we last received one, on April 4th to be exact. Usually when there's a gap like this, it means the developers are cooking up something big, and I'm betting that's exactly what's going down right now. I just wonder if they're going to shadow drop it essentially like how they did during the Game Awards, except they're probably just going to drop it randomly instead of at some award show. It'll be interesting to see how this next huge piece of content is pushed out. All in all, it's been a long time since we got an update, and are you perfectly okay with the developers taking their time to ensure the next piece of content is good, or are you getting tired of waiting for it? If you have any thoughts on this, let's talk about it. Next up, we've got some wild news on the galactic map and dispatch. High Command just spilled that the Illuminate are up to some shady business, and Helldivers everywhere are freaking out about it. Looks like the Illuminate are now targeting Tibit, a former automaton factory site. Here's what High Command dropped in their latest dispatch. Illuminate forces have attacked Tibit. Derelict automaton factories are located on the planet, but little else of strategic interest. The enemy rationale for targeting this planet is unknown. Yeah, this is wild, and I've got a theory about what's coming next. We know from a recent major order that High Command revealed that they're trying to figure a way to stop citizens from becoming the voteless. I'm betting the Illuminate know about our plans and are planning to beef up their forces big time. Picture this, they could bring back the Observer, that creepy Strider that's basically a Harvester, and probably the Obelisk too. I mean, heck, maybe even the Great Eye. There's so much they could roll out, and even if we manage to slow them down, I've got a gut feeling they're still gonna snag whatever they need to rebuild their army. Now, if you're wondering what an Obelisk is, here's what the Helldivers 1 Encyclopedia says. The Obelisk is a heavy armored and shielded dome capable of self-teleportation and projecting a strong energy wall. The wall itself allows other Illuminates to pass through, but stops everything else. Fortunately, the Obelisk exposes its core when projecting the wall, and the only defense remaining is the shield. Yes, it's a heavily armored enemy, and if my theory is correct, they're likely planning to bring it back. We know they were sent to another part of the galaxy after the last galactic war, suggesting they're probably low on resources. This could explain why they targeted civilians to turn them into the voteless. because they need a temporary army, right? They need something to fight us back, and now they're focusing on Tibet to gather armor and upgrade their forces. While this seems like the most likely outcome, let's also consider the Great Eye. Here's what the encyclopedia says about that. Intel suggests the Illuminate Great Eye to be large AI creatures monitoring the Illuminate society and correcting any discrepancies in behavior or even thought. The Great Eye is heavily armored and might even hold the keys to their WMDs. It is imperative that these Great Eyes are taken out once the opportunity presents itself. It's going to be pretty wild to see these two Illuminate types return, and who knows, perhaps they won't just be the same enemy type. They might be upgraded to look entirely new with different effects and powers. I'm excited to see what happens next, especially for testing purposes, to cook more squids and to turn those Illuminates into scrap metal. Anyways, what are you looking forward to the most when these factions come back full force? Let's talk about it. Okay, on a related note, it looks like New Haven is officially safe. If you check out the galactic war map here, you can see New Haven is safe. There's no warning sign above it, no nothing. Interesting. So overall, it looks like the developers are giving us a hint here, telling us that the wormhole is actually going to slow down and make an official stop. And if I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be probably after they destroy the next planet, if that happens. If not, it might just stop before they destroy the planet right here that has a warning sign above it. But yeah, like I said, this right here is interesting. Everything is starting to make sense, right? High Command told us that they're trying to figure a way to stop citizens from turning into the Volus. The Illuminate are now attacking Tibet to essentially grab armor, most likely. The wormhole is slowing down significantly, and it's going to make it a complete stop. Yeah, it just seems like there's an update coming very soon, and hopefully it'll be next week. Speaking of next week, there could be a new Warbond on the horizon. The last Warbond announcement was 5 weeks ago on March 20th, and the developers have previously mentioned they'd like to reveal a Warbond every 6 weeks. Since we're approaching that 6-week mark, there's a high chance of a Warbond trailer dropping next week, or possibly soon after. Typically, an update follows these announcements, and I'm confident we'll hear something soon. I'm curious about what the next Warbond might be, perhaps stealth focused, more explosives. I'm personally hoping for a dark fluid Warbond with all sorts of cool stuff there. What would you like to see in the next Warbond? Continuing forward, let's take a look at a job opening at Arrowhead. They're expanding their team further and are currently seeking a head of production to assist with various responsibilities. The job description states, "We're looking for a head of production to lead the overall production strategy for Helldivers 2. You'll be accountable for how the game is structured, planned, and delivered, ensuring teams can operate effectively and sustainably at scale. This role is focused on setting up the conditions for development, designing production systems, aligning stakeholders, mentoring producers, and making sure teams are equipped to deliver against ambitious goals. You'll act as the bridge across functions, solving structural challenges before they become blockers and providing the clarity needed to keep things moving forward." That's absolutely amazing. They're expanding their team further and are trying to look for this new head of production, which should overall make things go a lot smoother over there. And I can't wait to see what happens, because the more they continue to expand their team, the better these updates will be. And I have a theory that not only will that happen, but they'll be able to push out more updates and content, you know, because it's a live service game, so you have to live up to those expectations, right, of delivering content and new things for players and all of that stuff. So what I'd like to cover now is just give my overall thoughts about the last few weeks. I know it's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of feedback, you know, from players saying, hey, we're just tired of these updates that are useless. We need content. We need this and this and that. And I agree. I do agree that we need more content, but as time goes along, we're going to see better stuff, right? I mean, the developers are expanding their team. They're going to be releasing this new Illuminate faction update very soon, at least that's what it appears to be. And I think they're going to deliver some solid patches in the future. I'm just glad they're taking the time to actually fix performance problems, you know, to do all of that stuff we've talked about in the past. I mean, there's a lot here to look forward to. But with that said, you Helldivers can let me know what your thoughts are about everything we've gone over in today's video. And what I'll be doing now is going over the top 3 comments. If you Helldivers would like to be featured, all you have to do is comment below, and that's it. The first top comment is from Andre. The zombie glitch has happened to me with the automatons a couple times. Sometimes when a Hulk face gets blown off, they keep going like nothing happened. Sometimes rocket striders will just be missing their entire top half. And yeah, I've actually seen that before with the rocket striders. It's weird. I'm not entirely sure if it's a desync issue or if there's an actual bug within the game. But if I had to guess, I'd say it's an issue with these servers or something with targeting and whatnot. If I had to guess anyways. The second top comment is by HND_Ray. We had a meeting where we discussed another meeting. We will talk again next week. Live service game, by the way. Yeah, it seems a bit strange. I don't know. I mean, hey, we'll find out what happens next week or actually this week, and we'll see what they talk about. The third and final comment is by the G-Wolf. Yesterday, we have seen a harvester walking on one leg for a good 30 seconds. The difference is that 2 would be potentially plausible before it would fall over, much the same as the headless Biletine. Could run around like a chicken, but a harvester on one leg was really something that made everyone pause to stare. That right there, I would love to see. If anyone has a clip of that, send it to me over on the Discord. I definitely would love to see it. Well, those are the top 3 comments. If you can, I would greatly appreciate it if you tap the like button, consider subscribing, and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you to everyone that's currently a member, and I'll see you all in the next video.